Hi, it's Kamil here. Today I'd like to tell you about a little bit about certain controversy around the topic of daylight savings. Most of you are familiar with that. Well, daylight savings is simply changing the clocks in summer so we have more light, so to say, in the afternoon and less in the morning, and then swapping it back just before winter. Now, the first time I was told, actually I found somewhere in one article, the first time it was done in 1895, so 115 years ago, yeah, quite a long time ago. Now, there are many problems with it. Obviously, is the changing the timetables when you're, for example, flying or traveling with public transport like trains. You know, there is a hassle. Okay, my train arrives at 2 o'clock normally, but today it will arrive at 3 or at 1, you know, and things like this. Not to mention synchronization of calendars, your phones, the calendars in your phone with other calendars, time zones differences, blah blah blah, all those things. So this is a big hassle for many people. Does this affect you? I'd like to know actually if you find this a little bit annoying. I mean, for me it's not that's such a big challenge, but once because of that I almost missed a plane, and well, that was a funny story. My parents called me, yeah, the time is changing, you know, and I said, oh yeah, that doesn't affect me. Somehow I thought that it doesn't affect me because I was in another country, and then in the morning I got up and I turned on the TV and I see it's already time to leave, and I was like, oh my god. Yeah, so it can cause certain problems, obviously. Now, the controversy I was talking about is that although it supposedly saves energy, I'm talking about electricity, it also contributes to certain, what do you say exactly, in statistics people have observed a rise of deaths due to road accidents. So what is happening, in the morning it's darker, so people get up at 6, for example, or at 7, doesn't matter, they leave home and it's still dark, while the day before it was already, you know, light. So because it's dark, there are more tendencies for accidents to occur, and in the statistics you can see the next day after the daylight savings is introduced, the statistics show that there are more accidents, more people die on the roads, and so on and so on. This is pretty alarming for many people. Now, I'd like to know, what do you think? Should we actually continue with daylight savings and save electricity, or should we actually abandon this and save lives and make our lives simple? Because, you know, changing those things is a bit of a hassle, and there are so many changes we already, you know, can hardly deal with them, at least some people. And well, there might be a few questions I would like to ask. If you have some more information, please let me know. Who actually is really saving that money and electricity? Because I don't understand it. In the morning, if it's darker, I actually turn on the light, right? So I'm not saving electricity. Maybe in the evening I am saving because I'm not switching the lights off until 1 hour, on until 1 hour later. But nevertheless, I think it's kind of balancing itself, and I heard that people actually use a lot of electricity, much more electricity in the morning than in the evening. And also, other questions we might be asking, okay, those people who die in the accidents, maybe they would die anyway, or maybe they would die just a little bit later, that those numbers would be spread. So if you have some more information about how it actually works, that would be great, and I'd like to hear from you. What do you think? Are lives more important or savings? Now, you might be, you know, outraged at this question, because I agree it's pretty controversial, but you would be surprised how many people will have completely different opinion to what you think. So I really would like to hear your opinion about this, so please leave me the comments under the video on YouTube or on my blog kamilsview.com, or if you find it on Facebook, doesn't matter, and I hope to hear from you soon. Cheers!